Which superhero movies broke the bank and set new standards in the cinematic world? Do these high-budget movies make every single cent worth it, or do they deliver less than what is expected for the kind of money that has been pumped into them? Come along with us as we count down the top 10 most expensive superhero films ever made. 10. X-Men, Days of Future Past, $200 million. X-Men, Days of Future Past was released on 23 May 2014 and is the 10th most costly superhero film. The movie focuses on two periods. The X-Men undertake to time travel to 1973 and bring back Wolverine to avert a future with Sentinels, huge robots that destroy mutants. This particular film is about belief in betterity and unchained creativity. Filmmakers effectively used $200 million on special effects, which were much needed for the film's action sequences. The director chalked up an amazing, simple yet stunning Quicksilver scene, where everything is slow but the character moves extremely fast. Further, the filming was held in various areas, such as Montreal and Paris, which added to the film's glamorous feeling. All these factors contributed to its high price. Good actors, great effects, and spacey shooting sites. 9. The Dark Knight Rises, $230 million. The Dark Knight Rises is the last part in the Batman series by Christopher Nolan. A unique storyline is well enriched with action. Drama and a revival plot are what make one eager to watch the movie as well. The main characters are represented by Anne Hathaway as Selina Kyle, also known as Catwoman, Gary Oldman, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who plays John Blake. Each actor plays their role pretty well, and that is why there is such tension, both in the storyline and the audience, throughout the film. Such movies earn appreciation from the viewers due to the outstanding stunts performed and the special effects used. Out of the many actions in the movie, one should never forget Bane's and all of Batman's aerial chase, which is pure cinema gold. The film made great use of practical effects and attempted real stunts. For example, there is a scene in the film where a football stadium gets raised. This was done with expert planning so that it does not appear false. 8. Dawn of Justice, $250 million. Dawn of Justice was released on March 25, 2016. It brings out two of the best-known superheroes in the comic book culture. This includes Batman and Superman, who fight each other due to some misapprehension and differences in ideologies. The events in the film deal with implications of power, properties, responsibility, and espionage, during which the viewer is prepared for other films of the DC universe. Special effects is one of the attributes of Batman v Superman that almost everyone who watches the film is satisfied with. The film does entertain in terms of elaborate action sequences, especially in the war scenes involving Batman and Superman. Apart from these jaw-dropping visuals, there were also amazing CG effects to enhance the scenes even more. And of course, I have to mention the scene when Superman and Batman have their final confrontation. It is epic because images are more powerful than words. The budget for Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice film stood at almost $250 million. For the most part, this is footage that is difficult to notice, and quite expensive rather, because the biggest bulk of it was made on special effects computer graphics. The film was also made sure to include big-name actors, which added to the cast cost. It was evident that there were high production standards for this ambitious film. This was because every superhero fan wishes to have that super-aged cinematic patronage. 7. Captain America, Civil War, $250 million. Captain America, Civil War was first shown commercially on April 12, 2016. The Avengers film separation between the members of the Avengers into two factions due to a dispute that pertains to the issue of the regulation by the state of the organization. Captain America stands for liberty and individual choice. Iceman is for control by the state. This leads to great physical confrontations and violent disagreements between friends. Next to high-quality graphics, the movie also has some superior cast members, including Chris Evans as Captain America, Robert Downey Jr. in the role of Iron Man, Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, and Anthony Mackie playing Falcon. Due to the presence of such a strong cast, one can understand the high budget of the film due to the high spending on hiring the A-list actors. With most of the $250 million budget, and more increased for most of the action and drama films, being the all-star cast and cushy visual effects elevations. The salary paid to each artist and the provision of intricate device effects clarified the total cost, thus registering it as one of the most cost-efficient superhero movies ever made. 6. Man of Steel, $258 million. In this superhero film, Man of Steel, the origin story of Superman is narrated. The film is about Clark Kent, a young boy who is in the stage of self-discovery of his superpowers and finds himself in a very big world. He connects with his otherworldly blood and faces off against General Zod, who has other plans for the world than it is peaceful. Cinematography has been one of the weaknesses of Man of Steel. The above statement holds true, as there were wonderful action moments including Superman flying in the air and fighting Zod and his entire army. These scenes took a lot of computer-generated images and other effects to manufacture, and therefore the environment portrayed did not feel fake at all. It has an effectively high budget of $258 million. The director and the other staff explained that a lot of advanced CGI technology was purchased so that they were able to create such a spectacle, and highly detailed props were designed to cater to different environments like Krypton and Metropolis. On top of this, the film also included cast members such as Henry Cavill, who played Superman, which was also expensive among the many production costs. At the end of the screen, these features made Man of Steel a beautiful film. 5. The Marvels, $270 million. The Marvels became one of the top 5 most expensive superhero movies ever made, with an estimated budget of $270 million. The film was released on November 10, 2023, with the major protagonists being Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, and Monica Rambeau. They are pitted against a more universal cosmos threat in a group formation in the plot. Also worth the attention is the quality of special effects in the movie. Space combats and colorful planets of the movie are achieved through the use of modern technology. The action sequences are well deadly with the enumeration of the astonishing and exciting characters' abilities. These make sure no one is bored at any moment. There are many reasons explaining the budget of the Marvels. To begin with, the film uses more computer-generated imagery, or CGI, which often requires great artists and expensive programs. More so, marketing. The promotion of the Marvels is very broad, tormenting fans of different genres on numerous channels. These factors blend in order to economize the costs, making the Marvels yet another expensive blockbuster in superhero films. 4. Fourth Justice League, $300 million. Justice League was the most recent release, and it was on November 21, 2017. In this movie, several DC characters including Batman, Wonder Diana, Water Brother, Flash, and Cyborg were the favorites. The plot of the movie involves the heroes' united front against the mighty Steppenwolf, who is hell-bent on ruling Earth by using 3 super mother boxes. There were quite a number of challenges that the film experienced. After the first round of shooting, the studio ended up undertaking very expensive reshoots, which ballooned the total cost. Such reshoots were vital for the completion of the project, as it was very important to develop the plot and give every character adequate screen time. Expensive special effects were also included in the total cost, as the directors wanted fancy graphics and action sequences. Justice League had an estimated $300 million total production cost, reckoning with inflation for such a movie. This high cost was due to various factors such as the original production, the original reshoot, and the extended post-production work on the film. Although this amount was put up in the production of the movie, it did not benefit the makers, as the film was poorly rated and did not manage to collect the projected amount in the cinemas. 3. Avengers Infinity War, $400 million. Avengers Infinity War is one of the most successful superhero films so far and was released on April 27, 2018. The cost of Avenger Infinity War is approximately $400 million. It is the movie that assembles all Marvel heroes who join forces to defeat Thanos, a bad guy, who seeks to snap all 6 Infinity Stones and half the universe's population. The film includes breathtaking full-action episodes where fighting takes place in several stunning and picturesque places such as the Battle of Wakanda and Titan Planet. Such episodes accompany thrilling months as Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Captain America enact and protrude their heroic skills upon the viewers. The amount of special effects used in Infinity Wars is over the normal expected and puts fans the spilled battles on screen. From the budget explanation, it can be seen that a huge allocation was made for detailed CGI to create realistic characters and settings. Overall, it can be said that Infinity War is pretty satisfactory in every aspect, especially in terms of the storytelling and visualization of the superhero films in relation to the available finances. 2. Avengers Endgame, $400 million. This uber-successful film serves as the last chapter of the Avengers, which depicts the aftermath drama after the superstars try to reverse the damages done by Thanos in the movie Infinity War. A huge event of this film is suppressed towards the end when the final battle commences, which this time around is crazily fought between Kort's heroes and Thanos and his army. The most surprising thing about the visual effects is that they are not all that generic, since armadas and superpowers are shown. All the aspects of the film were so genuine in such a way that it made audiences glad since advanced phenomena were applied. For a movie, specifically the Avengers Endgame, it had a budget that was ringing at an estimated $400 million. However, there were a number of reasons as to why these unprecedented figures. There were also the rejects that were made in order to achieve Darwin's principle. This was partly because of the exorbitant payment of the fantastic cast that included names like Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and many more. However, the issue in question turned out to be the box office sales. 1. Avengers Age of Ultron, $495 million. Putting it rather simply, Avengers Age of Ultron holds the record of the most costly superhero movie. In fact, it cost a jaw-dropping $495 million for its production. With breathtaking special effects brought to bear in the movie, any action-packed drama in the form of combat and blasting is embedded in the minds and memories of the audience. For such great work, the makers employed the latest methods, such as CGI computer generation imagery, motion capture, etc., which cost a lot of money. The budget also indicates the amount of money spent for additional shooting of the movie, which took more than a month concerning the original filming schedule. These reshoots were essential in fine-tuning some sections and some characters to make sure the movie delivered what the audience wanted. On top of that, another large chunk of the budget was used in the promotion of the said movie. Marvel spent money on various modes of advertisements, hoping to entertain people all over the world on TV, the internet, and even in the form of toys. All these high costs in the making of the film and the marketing strategies used made Avengers Age of Ultron, in particular, a high investment in the film industry, turning it into a blockbuster movie. What do you think about the most expensive superhero movies? If you liked this episode, do not forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more superhero content. Thanks for watching, and see you all next time.